Hey doll lifers! In today's video, we're doing all things Mardi Gras. If that's something you're interested in, stick around. I'm CJ, an adult doll collector and hobbyist. Welcome to my channel, The Doll Life. I've decided to try my hands at creating a few crafts to allow the dolls to celebrate Mardi Gras. From tie-dye shirts to face masks, king cake, beads, and a parade float. I'm excited to see how things will turn out, so laissez le bon temps rouler. First thing I'll get started on is the king cake. For that, I'll use this Crayola Model Magic that I purchased at Dollar Tree. The Dollar Tree I went to only carried this in yellow, red, and blue, so I grabbed yellow as the better option. I'm gonna take this much first and see, well, maybe a little more. Okay, so I have this much of the Model Magic. I'm gonna roll it into a ball like this. Then I'm gonna roll it this way and kind of sort of flatten it as I go. Then I'm gonna take it and put my two ends together. And then I'll shape it up. So about like this. It doesn't have to be perfect. Then we're gonna sit this out and allow it to dry. Now that the clay has dried, I'll go ahead and add color to it, a little browning. For that, I'll use this eyeshadow makeup palette. I think I purchased this from Dollar Tree some time ago. I only use it for crafts. I'll apply it with an old paintbrush, and I'll just go in with some color and brush it on there. I'm going to use this color, and this color. And I'll just apply it in layers. Now that I've browned the king cake, I'll go in with this puffy paint to act as icing. Just put it on top, dab it on there. Next, I'll go in with glitter. I have this green, gold. This is the closest that I found to purple. I'm just gonna sprinkle that on top. Allow that to dry. While the king cake dries, I'll use this clay kit that I purchased at Walmart. It's like 97 cents, 98 cents. But I'll use this to create the little baby that goes inside of the king cake. I'm just gonna get a little bit of clay. But this has this, it comes with these three colors. This is the first bag in the pack, so I just grabbed that one. So I'm gonna take a little piece. Hopefully I can get this because this will be really tiny. But I get this little piece, just a little dot. I'm gonna make the head first. I'm just gonna roll it like this to shaping it up. Okay, that's the little head, hopefully. And next is the body. Just gonna take a little ball, kind of flatten it some. I'm just trying to shape it up a little. And then I'm gonna split his legs. This is the best that I could get the baby, so we're gonna have to use our imagination. This is the body for our baby. That's the body. Okay, and this is the head. And I'm just gonna stick it on there. So this is the baby, and we're gonna let him dry. Now that everything has dried, here's the king cake with the baby, and I think it turned out pretty well. And I want to give a big thanks to Resin Belle. I was trying to create this baby using hot glue, paper, all types of things. She has a video. I got the technique from her. Next, I'll get started on the shirts. As you can see here, I played around with sketching out patterns, and I will go with this one. So I'll be using this purple fabric and this white t-shirt along with this pattern to create Mardi Gras shirts for the dolls. Disclaimer, I'm still learning how to sew. I'm practicing and learning. I'm not sure how this will turn out, but it'll be good enough to use for this project. So what I'll do is take this pattern and I'm going to line it up here because I want to use, this is less that I have to sew. And I'm going to place the pattern there. And I know this is not the right supply, but I'm using this metallic brush marker to trace out my pattern. I'll do the same thing for the white t-shirt as I did here. Just place the pattern, trace it, then cut it out. I have my needle and thread. So what I'll do now is go ahead and sew under the arm, down the side to the waist on both sides. I have the shirt here, and what I'm going to do now is flip it inside out. See how this turned out. Okay, now we have to cut the hole for the head, and what I do is fold the shirt in half. And then I will snip a piece of the corner here. And this is the hole. I'm going to go ahead and use the same technique on this white t-shirt to make one more shirt, but I'll do this one off camera. Now that I have both shirts sewn, it's time to decorate them. I'll start with the purple shirt, and what I will do is use these two confettis from Dollar Tree. I'll use the Mardi Gras colors. I have them. These little sequence things fell in. Hopefully it won't attach to the shirt. I'll use this tacky glue along with a coffee stirrer and apply glue to the shirt. So I have glue applied, and next I will just rub it in here. And shake off any loose ones, and then we'll sit that to dry. For the white shirt, I would like to make a tie-dye shirt. I've never done that before, so this is a total experiment. But what I'll do first is I'll place clear elastics on the shirt. I'm just gonna scrunch it up. I don't know how to make designs for tie-dye or anything. So like I said, this is a total experiment. We have our elastic bands placed, and to do the tie-dye, I'll be using this assorted food color and egg dye that I purchased from Walmart. There's only blue, green, red, and yellow. Green is fine, yellow is okay in place of gold, and we need purple. I'll mix blue and red. So this is the green colored dye. This is the yellow. This will be our gold. And then we have red and blue mixed together to make purple. The green is fine. Green is okay. The yellow will be more of an orange, so I have to dilute it a little with water. Because it'll be orange if I leave it as is. I have red and blue that I mixed to make purple. So we're going to do purple here to kind of get it in there. Here's the shirt. I'm going to leave this out to dry, but this is our purple, green, and gold, yellow, orange. We'll see what it turns out to be. Here we are. The shirt has dried, and let me remove the elastic bands and take a look at it. Hopefully this worked. I don't know. Okay, in the moment of truth, you guys. Let's see what it looks like. Oh wow, it's cute. I mean, it's not exactly the colors. It looks more of a brown. I definitely see green, and it's cute. I like it. And it took to the back also. We have a few spots that didn't. but all in all, I like it. And here's this shirt. The glue has dried. This is what it's looking like. It's cute. Next, I'll work on a Mardi Gras face mask, and I drew a template here. It sort of looks like a mustache. What I did was trace it onto plain white printer paper, then glued that onto recycled packaging. Next, I'll cut that out. Now that I have that cut out, I will just grab a doll and try to get the eye placement. And let's see, you can kind of see her eyes underneath. That should be good. Next, what I'll do is use a hole puncher just to punch a few holes inside the eye. And then next, I'll follow up and finish trimming it out with the scissors. Instead of paint, I'll use Sharpies to color in the mask. Side note, look at this set, 27 Sharpie markers, and I got this on clearance for $6. Okay, let's color that in. Next, I'll take some tacky glue. I'll put that along the front here. Next, I'll come in with some glitter. And here's our mask, and then I'll allow that to dry. Now, once it's dried, I need to try and add elastic cord. Okay, so next I'll try to shape this up on her face. And I like to kind of bend the corner, press it against her face and bend the corners forward. Instead of using this, it'll save me some time, because with this I have to measure it to each doll's head size, how to glue each end, and all of that. So instead of doing that, I'll try this. I'm satisfied with that. Now let's move on to the next craft. Next, I'll work on Mardi Gras beads. The dolls need some beads to throw from the floats. So I take the necklace and count out 19 beads. Then I add a drop of hot glue, closing the two sides together, allow it to dry, then I can try it onto a doll. This is the Mardi Gras bead. Now for the float. What I have is an empty delivery box, and I went ahead and wrapped it in this purple paper. It's a foil gift wrap paper that I purchased from Dollar Tree. And the box is pretty large. I'm using this size so that the doll stands can fit in the box. I started wrapping it so it wouldn't take up too much time, but there's still a lot more to do to this. So let me go ahead and move on to that next. Next, I have this piece of cardboard. It's from one side of a project display board from Dollar Tree, like this side right here. I'll use it to go on the back of the float. So what I'll do is wrap this in the same foil paper. So this is the back of the float. I covered it up with the same foiled paper. I added a sheet of purple glitter paper. I grabbed these Mardi Gras items from Dollar Tree. I'm not exactly sure how I'll use them, but it's just for the colors like this. Let me get started. I used this and around the back of the float, I removed these feathers from this face mask along with this gem. I glued the feathers together and I glued this here. What I really wanted to do was make a sign, the doll life, but I forgot. I removed the feathers and it tore the paper, but I'm gonna glue this here and that's gonna cover that up. So I'll go ahead and get that cleaned up now. So I added these little masks and these little fleur-de-lis. While this dries, I'll move on to the main box for the floats. For the outside of the float, I have this here. It's like some type of fringe curtain or backdrop, but I would like to layer it by colors all along the float. Let's see how it'll work out. I added the fringe to it, to the float. This is not how I wanted it. I wanted it in layers. I wanted the entire side, like a layer of green, gold, purple, green, gold, purple, and it overlaps. That would have taken way too long, so this is good for now. Even with this, I did each section on this side, but when I got to this side, I did big chunks. So along with this side as well, the colors are still there, so that's fine. I had these rolls of string from that I ordered from Amazon. It comes in purple, green, and gold. And I took the gold and purple and I just went around. I added trimming around the floats. I have this. This is just foam board with some of the foil paper and the glitter paper. I'm going to glue this down in the center. Next, I take a paper clip, remove one end, and at the part where it curves, just leave a little bit of the curve to act as a hook. I'm going to take this and stick that in here to make me a hole, and then slide the paper clip in like that. And I'll do it 2 more times. Okay, and these hooks are for the beads so that the dolls can grab the beads and throw them. Next, I'll go ahead and get some dolls to be the float riders. Okay, doll lifers, that's all I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. If you are subscribed, thank you so much. I truly enjoy having you here and I truly appreciate your support. Share this video with your family or friends who you think will enjoy this type of content, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!